Hi. If you're new here, hi. My name's Raven. I talk about personal transformation, healing, spirituality, sobriety, addiction, recovery. That's my thing, and everybody knows it. It's all there is. So, I went from years of being kind of a hot mess to now years of sobriety. I used to be out here doing a lot of things, a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, substance abuse, and now I don't. So, if you are looking for a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of real talk, then you found it. Who are you without drugs and alcohol? Think about that. So many people are out here getting wasted, hammered, effed up, all the things, drugs, alcohol, substance abuse. But if you take all that away, then it's you at the end of the day, and it's just, who are you? What do you like? What don't you like? What are you into? What are you excited about? What are you passionate about? Do you feel like you have a purpose? What is your purpose? Where are you going in life? Where did you come from? Where you want to go? What grinds your gears? What are your pet peeves? What makes you happy? What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? What can't you stand? What's an unpopular opinion you have? What what hill are you willing to die on? These are the questions. Who are you underneath the facade that we have? Underneath these social norms, underneath the performative things that we do at work, the performative things that we do in different social settings. Who is you? No, for real. I think so many people get wrapped up in like they're zombies. They are these caricatures of who they think they should be, and they don't even know who they are. They are these performative creatures, and everyone's doing the same thing and copying everyone else. And there is no depth, there is no substance, there is no originality, there is no creativity. People aren't cringe enough because they're numbing themselves, and they don't need to most of the time, in my unpopular, unsolicited opinion. I'm just saying. Like, really, think about it. A lot of people don't know, like, who are you? Who are you without drugs, without alcohol? What do you stand for? What can't you stand? What would you die for? Is there anything you would die for? What makes you happy? Just on a random given day? Like, what brings joy to your soul? What is something that you feel like you have to create and make happen before you leave this planet and God's green earth? These are the questions. A lot of people don't know these answers because they're numbing themselves. That's the thing. Like, when you unpack your true self, you have to do that wholeheartedly, right? It's about your full integrated self, your light and your shadow, all of your issues, all of your trauma, all of it. You need to know who that person is underneath. Like, what are you running away from? Where are you trying to run to? Because everywhere you go, there you are. So, like, where are you trying to go? Everywhere you go, there you are. What? Think about it. If somebody is trying to escape their emotions, right? Their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions. It doesn't matter if you're at home or in the club. It doesn't matter if you're at a friend's house or on the street. It doesn't matter where you are, because everywhere you go, there you are, right? People are consistently trying to escape themselves and they still don't even fully know themselves. They're trying to avoid themselves. They're trying to run away from somebody that they don't even know. People are trying to run away from someone they don't even truly know. Themselves. You're trying to do all this to get away from yourself. But all of that is keeping you from really knowing yourself. I think people need to unpack that. Who are you underneath all this performance, underneath these filters, underneath the nonsense on social media, you know, underneath the things that you feel you should identify with because it's cultural, you know? Your favorite TV shows and reality TV and the things that other people are into that's trendy to be into, the things that you say because it's a trending phrase. But I mean, when you take that away, who are you? Do you know? If not, why not? If you don't want to, what is that about? I just think about that. I just think about that because it took me so long, so long to figure out who I am without drugs and alcohol. But when I got there, I realized I like me. I love myself. I'm okay with solitude. Sometimes I prefer solitude over being around a whole bunch of other people because they drive me crazy, and I'm crazy enough without that. One of my friends sent me this the other day. There was a meme that was like, being sober is so awkward because you could be like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened. I was on drugs. I was high. I'm so sorry I was crazy. I was high. My bad. But then now I can be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I was crazy. I'm crazy. My bad. Sorry. It's just me, myself, and I having a good time. But I like it that way. It's fun that way. I get to know myself better. I get to be honest with myself. You know, I don't have these uncomfortable emotions and thoughts and feelings that I just run away from and then immediately medicate. I just sit with it. It's annoying. It's stressful. It's traumatizing. But it's the full human experience. What am I gonna do? Just run away and smoke weed and drink it away? That you can't. To an extent, you know, it could be fun, but after a while, it's just boring. It's kind of it's old. It's stale. It's outdated. It's not even fun. People aren't even having fun when they do it anymore. They're just kind of like these shells of themselves. And it's really sad. No one even knows who they are, truly, without the drugs and without the alcohol. People don't know themselves. So then they just go around being in a group with everyone else in a group setting, and no one knows who they are, and everyone's copying everyone else, and everyone's performing for social media, the internet, and no one's really figuring out what they want, where they came from, where they're going, what's meaningful and significant to them. No one's really trying to figure out their shit. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Nobody's figuring out their shit. You know? I mean, people are, but we could be doing more. We could be doing more. So that was on my mind today. I think It's a good question. If you are someone who likes to partake in substances, if you may or may not have a problem, if you may or may not be someone who's an addict or an alcoholic, or if you may or may not be just sober curious, whatever the situation is, if you don't know who you are, then what's the point? What are we doing? What are we doing? Who are we? Who are we? Who are you? Who are you pretending to be? And how long can you keep it up? It's exhausting to be just on stage performing the whole time. How does that work? My God. And then at some point, you got to realize, like, this is getting excessive. I've done all these drugs and I've gotten all this alcohol in my system, and then I keep going all this nicotine and tobacco just to run away from the person who's going to be following me everywhere I go. So I might as well get to know that person without the substances. So maybe we should figure that out. Maybe we should figure that out. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think we should figure it out. I think we should all try to figure it out. Like, if you can't just go to a function or an event or outdoors or to work, or, if you can't enjoy a meal without being high or without drinking, that's a little concerning. Even if you don't think you have a problem, you might be high functioning. You might be a high functioning addict. That's concerning. Takes one to know one. I'm just saying, I would know. Been there, done that. I'm not on my high horse. I struggle every day. It is a struggle. But I know myself. I know what I'm going to say no to. I know I feel more comfortable staying at home and declining an invite than being around people who are halfway miserable, drowning their sorrows in alcohol. Because I know myself and I love myself and I enjoy myself. And it took a whole hell of a lot of work to get there. So much work it took to get there. Okay? I know myself and I drive myself crazy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. If that resonates, then leave a comment, journal about it, think about it, share it with somebody. You know, who are you without the performance? Who are you without the drugs? Who are you without the alcohol? Who are you without the nicotine and tobacco? Who are you without the substance abuse? Who are you without the escapism? Who are you without the unhealthy coping mechanisms and unhealthy habits? How do you emotionally regulate yourself when you get upset, when you get triggered, when you get mad, when you get sad? What are your feelings and emotions telling you? What is your spirit telling you? Who are you? And why do you keep trying to run away from yourself? We need more authenticity. We need more honesty. We need more radical acceptance and integrity. I think the world would be way better. All of us would be better off that way. If we were honest with ourselves, if we tried to consistently be better versions of ourselves, if we welcomed the natural evolution that comes with being a spiritual being instead of being so numbed and so detached and attempting to be so detached from the human experience instead of learning from it and growing from it and teaching others and sharing our experiences with others and sharing, our light with others, we'd be better off that way. We would all be better off that way. So who are you without the drugs and the alcohol? Think about it.